Hello, Forever Fulham listeners, and welcome back to the Forever Fulham podcast. Joining by Hal Lehman.
Hello, everybody. And today we'll be having a special guest, won't we, Rocco? Tell us what we'll
Guy, who'll be talking about the Forest game, and we'll talk about the Forest game and have a brief look at the Southampton game tonight and Cardiff on Friday.
Yeah, it should be an interesting podcast. Don't forget to go and follow us at Forever_Fulham
on Instagram. Yeah.
And we'll be doing the reviews today, won't we, Rocco?
Yeah,
on how the players did and their ratings.
Follow us on Instagram because from now on we'll be doing a rating of each Fulham player after the game.
I think we'll do two. I think we'll do two, so one for me and one for you.
Okay,
to see our different opinions on that.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just going to ring up Guy, the Nottingham Forest fan, and let's see what he has to say.
We'll be having a discussion.
Guess he's going to be quite happy, but we'll see.
We'll have a discussion about how the different views on the Fulham game and how different from a Forest fan point of view.
Yeah,
how
right. Let's ring him up. Hang on. Here we go. Hello, is that Guy again?
Yeah, that is, yeah.
So we're just going to start talking about the podcast, as again we're going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, sure.
Who do you think played better as a team on the weekend?
To be honest, I think Forest. I mean, I know Fulham kept the ball and spread it well. You know, good possession play, that's what you do, like you did against Millwall, and then kind of repeated against us. I think you had about 82% possession. But as a unit, we looked more compact. Our defence looked more solid. I thought Ben Watson man-marked Tom Kearney really well out of the game. I thought Mitrovic had minimal impact apart from his goal.
Yeah.
So I'd say Forest deserved the win, to be honest.
Yeah, I to be honest, I agree with you, because I thought Fulham, they had loads of possession, but they just couldn't get past Dawson and the centre-backs, because they're just too compact.
Yeah.
They just sat back after that first goal. Forest were amazing defending us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawson and Worrell at the
very
back.
tall
Quality,
people.
quality experience there, championship experience. And then I thought our fullbacks were good as well. Jack Robinson down the left made it into the team of the week. And then good holding midfielders, Sam Basal and Ben Watson. So yeah, we're compact, and Sabri Lamouchi's army marches on.
Yeah. What do you think Sabri Lamouchi was trying to do? Because I thought his tactics were very good at the weekend. What do you think his tactics were trying to do against Fulham?
So I think what Lamouchi was trying to do is kind of hit Fulham on the counter, and as you mentioned, stay really compact in defence and not give them any breathing space, force them out wide.
Yeah.
I felt what Fulham struggled to do was, I think they had about 45 crosses it was, but there was nothing creative through the middle, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't really break us down. Everything was just crosses into the box, which we dealt with relatively well, apart from the one time when Mitrovic scored. So I think forcing you out wide, forcing you to play through crosses instead of directly through the middle was a good tactic of Sabri's. And I think also sort of the counter-attack and the high press when it was needed. So Amiobi winning the ball for Graben's second goal. You know, Lolly cutting in off the wing for the first one.
Yeah,
hitting you when you weren't set up. I think your right back was out of position for our first goal. So that catching you off guard, basically.
You must agree with us that you were wasting a bit of time near the end.
Well,
I mean, that is what every team does, to be honest. But
Bryce Amber, it was his first game. He might have wasted a bit of time, but you got 8 minutes extra, so
yeah, true.
I mean, you can't complain.
I have to be honest. Like, even if Fulham were winning, they'd probably do that as well. So you can't really.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, I think you probably got more than 90, given that you had 8 minutes extra. So yeah, I think Fulham should count themselves lucky. They just got beaten by a better team at the end of the day.
Lastly, who was your man of the match out of all the teams of the day?
Hard to say. I mean, I probably would go Lewis Graben just for clinical finishing. We had 3 shots. He had all 3 of them. He scored twice. A great finish for the second goal, top right corner off the post.
Skill past Ream really well.
Yeah, went past Ream really well. Sold him for a pack of crisps and then put it top right off the post.
Yeah.
And I thought Lolly was good as well. And he obviously came off after a bit through a minor foot injury, but he'll be all right.
Yeah, and
but overall, very impressed.
This podcast called Smashed and Grabbed, so yeah, we were beaten by Lewis Graben. Thank you, Guy, for being on the podcast today, and we might see you in future podcasts. maybe on the
No
next
problem,
Forest
mate.
podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Lewis
see you then.
Grabban.
Bye. All right, that's the end of that. But Rocco Mitrovic, I thought that he should have gone front post, and he wasn't very energetic at the weekend. I thought he could do a lot better, but you had different, and I think Bobby Reid should maybe we should start him for Southampton, obviously, because maybe give Mitrovic a break, but I think we should try and start him against Cardiff, against his former club, because I feel like he'll have more energy and link up better with Cavallero and Knockaert, and Bobby Reid could do well.
I partly agree with the point that we should be more on the front post, because every time we cross it in, they just defend it on. We always do short corners. Have you seen Knockaert? He does it really short,
Yeah.
and they just block it out. So I think Mitrovic should go on the front post, but I still think he should start against Cardiff. Maybe Bobby Reid against Southampton, because I think we should all have a break against Southampton, because it's not a big game for me. But yeah, Mitrovic, I know he didn't play too well, but I still think he should be our main striker.
Should we go on Southampton and who you think starting lineup's going to be and who you think is going to be entering the squad?
Well, I'm not sure about the exact starting lineup, but I think all the starting 11 from Saturday should have a break, because
All of them.
yeah, because I just think.
Do you think all of them can have a break with all the other players we have?
I think they can, because we have we've had 2 games midweek against Millwall and Forest, which is a tough game,
Yeah.
and I think everyone should have a break. I think we'll have enough good players now. We've got a bit more squad depth to give us enough players for Southampton that are decent in their positions.
I think we should start Josh Onomah and see how he
Yeah, I
does.
agree.
We haven't even he hasn't even played yet. And as well, Kenny at the weekend wasn't up to scratch, and he gave the ball quite a way up. But I feel like no one really realised this, but Ben Watson for Nottingham Forest was marking him a lot, and Kenny didn't really get the ball, and we didn't see him much because of that.
He looks very tired during the
Yeah,
game for me.
and I think we should give him a rest, and I think we should bring Onomah on, Harrison Reed, Bobby Reid, and I think they'll work well together. Maybe Fabry in goal. See how he works.
In goal, I go for Rodak, because I think he's a bit young. Fabry's getting on. I think Rodak's our sub goalie for me. I think because he's quite young. I think we should give him a go. Give him a Premier League experience against a Premier League side.
And then we might have big old K-Mac up in there in the squad.
Yeah, I think we should rest Knockaert and Cavallero. Maybe give Aite.
Aite a go. Let's move on to the Cardiff game. This is important. I feel like we need at least a draw at Cardiff.
Yeah.
They haven't been performing amazingly, as well as Huddersfield. They haven't been performing amazing. It is away. It's going to be a difficult game, but I feel like Fulham can get a 1-0 or a 2-1 win up in Cardiff. I hope the support's going to be good for
especially
the boys.
Cardiff. They just about scraped past Huddersfield on. I wasn't sure. I think it was Wednesday. They won 2-1 against Huddersfield, but that was
Away or
last home. So, and Huddersfield lost to Reading easily. So they're not on the best of form. I think we can get a win there, but it'll be a very tough game,
And
especially away.
Harry Arter at his former club, one of his former clubs, and let's hope he destroys Cardiff there. Same as Bobby Reid. I hope he starts.
I hope he starts, but I think he should start on the wing or maybe Cam instead of strike for me.
Okay. So
Maybe we could talk about Southampton. Do you really care? I know it's a League Cup game and we should care about it, but I don't think many people are going to turn up.
I think we should focus on the league, especially this season. Maybe the FA Cup we can focus on, but it is the Carabao Cup. I feel like this Southampton game can be a real test for some of our players.
Yeah.
However, I just realised that Harrison Reid cannot play because he's on loan from Southampton. Loanees from their own club. But I feel like it will be a test for some of our new players in the squad, younger players, and it'll help them, like Rodak, Onomah, Reid, and
maybe,
that's a good thing because maybe it'll make them better.
Luca de la Torre, he might start.
Yeah, and
he's quite young.
They might maybe Kamara might start. That'll be good.
Yeah, he is.
And maybe they'll come into the squad in future for Fulham.
Yeah, the only positive.
Kamara played quite well though.
Yeah, he was quite good on the wing.
Booing him,
yeah, I think it's a bit unfair. People swearing at Kamara and say, because I think it's just, especially I never go against my own players. Especially So I think it's the only positive to take from it for me is that the young players get some experience under their belts.
Yeah, same. I feel like Onomah could play really well. But that's
score predictions for Cardiff.
Score predictions, I'm going...
And Southampton as well.
Southampton, I don't know, I'm saying 2-0 Southampton. But for the Cardiff game, which I care about a lot, I've predicted on Championship Picks. We recommend it, and FootMob are great apps. Yeah. Let's hope we get a sponsor from them.
Yeah.
Soon.
What do you think the score will be then?
But
Cardiff.
I think it'll be. I predicted 2-1 on ChampionshipsPicks.uk.
Well, Southampton, I agree with you. I think we're going to lose. Maybe we might score a goal from maybe Bobby Reid Bobby Reid. I think it'll probably be maybe 2-1 or maybe 1-0 Southampton. But Cardiff, I'm quite positive. I think we can go. Actually, I'm not sure we can win it though because it's away at Cardiff. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. Don't forget to go and look at our Instagram after this kind of soon.
Yeah, well, soon we'll be posting the ratings and both of us.
Yeah, we'll both be posting the
we'll say
both of our ratings,
who does which.
Who we think played well and where.
So we'll probably our next podcast will probably be after the Cardiff game.
Next week,
maybe next week
after the Cardiff game. It'll be a different format, by the way, guys, because Rocco will be in Portugal, lucky boy, out of a country which will be
lucky
in
the times they come back, they'll win.
Well, you need a visa. Do you need a visa to get there?
I forgot about Brexit.
So don't forget, after this we'll probably be making them and then we'll put them on very soon.
Yeah.
I'd say in around half an hour.
Yeah.
But don't forget to go and look at those because they'll be interesting. And please comment down below anything you want, questions for our next podcast.
Yeah, because we would like to have some feedback.
We would really like some, and on Instagram just direct message us and we'll reply to all of them.
Yeah, so up the Fulham.
Up the Fulham. Come on, you Whites.
You Whites.
Some of it was true. Calling out the top.